What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Friday Block Party. I'm Jonathan.
It's your girl, Jenn.
LooksbyLunden.
Yeijin Hong.
The Friday Block Party, so let's get into it. First of all, we need
Crazy
to
week
and celebrate because Donald Trump has been impeached again.
Come on, death to the funeral.
Oh my God. All
Good
back,
call.
everything, bye-bye.
Honestly, I felt like the last week and a half, it was like the playoffs for like some type of game or whatever, because we was counting down for that last finale game, and today was the day, honey. I was watching TV
And
all
we knew
day.
something was coming, like him getting
he
banned
did,
from
Lord.
so much things. I think that was the funniest thing for me. Did you guys see the grinder one though?
Yes, on the news, on Spanish news, we're so shady. Latinos are so shady. They were everything he's banned on. Why did the grinder up on the screen?
Right.
Yeah, he's banned from everything: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. He's banned from like almost every platform. Clubhouse, literally everything.
The
He
timing
should be
is
banned
so
from
perfect.
America. He
Yeah.
should be banned from America. Get him out of here.
Let's have a moment of silence for Trump. And moving along.
Throw one out for my dead home.
No silence for him.
Okay, fact.
But yeah, they're trying to ban him, like for real, from partaking in any other government position, because when
As they
presidents,
should.
they leave, they end up taking other roles in other states and other cities. So now that's why they're pushing so hard to impeach him, because once he gets out of the White House, he still has the opportunity or chance to make decisions, and he's not okay in the head. So,
but at least we know he can't run for president again.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Thank you, God, because he needs to be from all days. Don't give him a show either. I don't want to see him on TV either. Like,
Oh no, I won't take it that far now. I think he makes great reality television. I will give that man that.
Yeah, no, before he was president, yeah. I just don't want to see him at all now. Like, you
I
banned
don't
from
want
life.
to see his orange face anymore. I don't want to see him. I know he must be dying inside that he can't send a tweet. He must be killing him inside.
Oh my God, I was watching the news today, and like how you said, Jen, he usually tweets, he usually does whatever. He can't do any of that. So his press actually typed up a document to release on his behalf, because he has nowhere that he can make a statement. They wrote up a statement to like send out to media so that he can speak for himself. It's crazy. Never would I ever think that this is a president,
Well, Saya fucking Nara, Donald Trump. Good luck with whatever you're doing in Mar-a-Lago, but you will no longer be in the White House. So cheers to that.
He's never been my president, so it's all good.
Here's to that, but it is unfortunate that we had to get to this point to get him impeached. Like the attack on the Capitol last week, we actually ended up there was 5 deaths. Like, out of that situation. And that's we're not at
Well,
war.
we lost a lot of people to the Black Lives Matter, so I feel like,
We did too. But we're talking about a group of terrorists. I don't think the Black Lives Matter is on that level of terrorism where they're storming.
No, I know.
When did we ever storm a Capitol building?
We lost more important people. I could care less about 5. I wish everybody there then would have been dead. Honestly, that's the point. What I'm saying, like they killed way more of us than they did of them. So I'm like, I'm okay.
And they're 100% terrorists. I was watching a video of the congressmen and the congresswomen locked in the room, and they were trying to storm in, and you get to see it from like a phone perspective, so you kind of feel like you're there, and it is scary. There's people chanting crazy things out. They're trying to break through. They have zip ties and stuff. These are terrorist acts, and these people need to be charged as the terrorists that they are.
We know they're not. Did you hear about the security guard though that led them around the house? They were trying to get into the Senate room, and the black security guard. I'm like, that's dope. Like, that's something I would do.
I saw a tweet from Nancy Pelosi where she said, obviously she's older, and the people that's in her assistants and cabinet that helps her out with all her stuff, they're like younger, like more our age and stuff, or maybe even younger, because when the attack of the Senate happened, she tweeted that her younger employees or people that worked, younger people on her team were prepared because they practiced that in school. They practice what happens when an intruder comes into the school or into your classroom. So they already knew how to prepare for that. And that's actually sad for the state. I mean, for the country, you know, like our kids are growing up being taught how to deal with intruders in the classroom. And now they can apply it to their life because look at, they're working at Capitol Hill and this is what's going on. Like, that's crazy to me.
Sidebar. Did you guys hear about, I don't mean to laugh, it's God rest his soul, but did you guys hear about the Trumper who tased himself in the balls and died of a heart attack?
I heard about that. I mean, that's what you get. You should have stayed your ass home. Like,
why did he do that? Was he trying to make a statement? Like, what was the reason? Does anyone know?
Honey,
what was the reason? Sorry, I had to say that.
Why do Trumpers do anything that they fucking do? They're such an enigma. Anyways, but let's shift gears. Did you guys hear about Lori Harvey and who's now dating Michael B. Jordan?
Say his name, bitch. Say his name.
I would like to call him Daddy, actually. He is fun as hell to me. But so I was reading on a blog how they're saying how it's kind of like a double standard that a girl like Lori Harvey, who comes across super polished and she has money and this and that and a third, can date 2 to 3 prominent men a year and not be slut shamed the way maybe Drea would or Megan Thee Stallion or whoever else is in a public relationship. They're saying that there's a double standard. How do you guys feel about that?
I feel like that double standard exists even now. Like I'm, you know, like even with us, like if I decide to date 3 guys in a year and I'm public about it, they're gonna say whatever. It doesn't matter if one's a scientist and like, you know, a billionaire. It doesn't matter who it is. They're always gonna talk like about women in that light because we're supposed to be, you know, looked at a certain way and be motherly and, you know, not. But honestly, I think that's not fair. Like I think it's not fair. The older that I get, I'm starting to realize like you can't really live by other people's norms. So I say kudos to Lori because she's very young. And she's slaying.
She's very beautiful. They can't knock her because she's reading her father's book and right. They cannot knock her. And
I just think that
Criteria chapter 4. He gotta go.
No, I was just gonna agree with you guys. I was just gonna say like I think it's just different because of the generation that we're in. That I feel like girls should be able to do whatever they want. Like, but I don't think it's a different standard because of like the Dreas and the Loris. I think it's also how you portray yourself. Because I think Drea was like, she was this like queen and then tried to be like, oh, my wholeness is erased. And then was saying like dumb shit. So I feel like that's why she was put in that box. I feel like Lori's more open with her stuff and she don't care. And I feel like that's why we're more accepting of that. I think when you don't care about it and you're like, this is what I do, mind your fucking business, then I think you have nothing, no one can say anything. It's when you open the door for other people's opinion, then you get every answer in the book.
Has Lori even been openly, like, has she even been vocal about any of her relationships? I don't know her about being in.
Well, I think just posting the guys is kind of being vocal nowadays, you know? Most people in her world want to keep their relationships a secret. And we saw her within 1 year go from one public relationship to the next with a very prominent man to another prominent man. So I think that's what people are kind of like, you know, kind of cocking their head like, But
especially Future. She had a thing with Future, right?
Yeah, she did.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Future's track record.
Right.
Are you kidding me right now?
To wife her though.
What?
But sometimes it's like a PR stunt too.
True.
Like sometimes they're put together, like it's like a setup thing, and they're like, "This is gonna make more money. This is gonna make more sense. So how about you two get together and let's see if this goes right?" And then sometimes it doesn't go right. So
but not
they end up in the block.
Like, you understand what I'm saying? Not every money's good money. Her being who she is and her father who he is, you should be like leery of shit like that. Like, nah, I'm not doing that. Like, my standards are too high. I don't need that little bag. You ain't pairing me with nobody.
But why you gotta have standards to like go out with different people? I think it should be okay to be like, hey, I want to date somebody today. Huh?
No, you were saying about the setup thing. I'm talking about, you pair with him, you're going to get more. Okay. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
No, you could date and fucking suck whoever the fuck you want to do. You ain't, listen.
So we all agree then. Nobody's disagreeing with that then.
No. I'm a feminist. I want girls to get it how they get it. And I think she's a young girl. She needs to date a lot of different guys to figure out what she likes. I think with every relationship comes a learning experience. And it's like, I've left every relationship knowing, all right, I know for damn sure that didn't work because of this, or he was lit in that department. So moving forward, all my dudes have to have that specific thing that he had.
And come on, when we was 23, we was dating people older than us. So like, let's cut it out.
Say something. If there was cameras and Instagram and all that shit when I was 23,
I wish there was catfish back in the day, because I definitely got catfish before.
Oh yeah, on what, Adam for Adam and shit? I used to use all them.
All of them.
What?
Well,
what?
it's 2021 though, guys. Like, there's a lot of, new love relationships. So shout out to them, that they, Michael B. Jordan, Black Panther, got a little thing with Lori. Yeah, right, Jen? I know Jen know what I'm saying. But a lot of couple of couples, they're like calling it quits. Like, did you guys hear about LaToya Luckett? They just, her and Tomicus, her husband, I believe, they just posted something saying that they're filing for divorce.
Yeah.
I think everybody's just, it's the corona relationships. You starting to see who you really been in the house with. You're scared, you're upset, you're pissed off, you don't want to see them no more. So things are really starting to you're really starting to see the person you're with. And you're either gonna like the person that you married or you're not.
They
and
just
it's
had
okay
a
to
baby.
move on.
It's nowhere really to run to.
They just had a baby though, guys.
What does that mean? Some people feel like when they have a baby, it's gonna make things better, and it doesn't.
Well, at least they don't have to go through a Dr. Dre divorce settlement, right? I know y'all know about that.
Oh yeah.
Fill me in because I'm not really well versed in this. What's going on? Give it to me.
It's a long one though.
It is.
Give me the 1 minute synopsis. Give me the footnotes, girl, because I really don't know.
Dr. Dre and his wife, they've been battling in court for her alimony monthly. She wants $2 million a month, right? They couldn't get to agreement, and unfortunately, he just suffered a brain aneurysm.
Yes, this I know. He's been hospitalized.
Yeah, we don't know if it has anything to do with the divorce, but apparently what I'm reading in the news is that he signed the paperwork, like before they was negotiating on whether or not he was going to give her $2 million a month. And then he suffered the brain aneurysm, and at the hospital, he signed the paperwork. So now she's getting $2 million a month. How do y'all feel about $2 million a month?
How much money do you have that you can afford to give somebody $2 million fucking dollars a month?
A month.
My God.
Isn't Dr. Dre a billionaire?
He is.
About to be rich.
But when you think about it, if you've been living the lifestyle of a billionaire for so many years, $2 million is nothing. Like, she's gonna struggle to keep up the lifestyle that she had. We can't understand it because we're lucky to see $2 million in a decade. And so I think that it's hard to fathom it, but I think if you're used to that lifestyle, you just can't revert, Like, I worked my ass off to get out of where I used to live and live where I live now. And I think about this all the time, even now through the pandemic. I'm like, what would I really do if I couldn't afford to live where I live right now and have the luxuries that I have? I would do anything to stay at least here.
Anything?
So, anything. I would show my whole on OnlyFans. I would suck dick for $1. I would do what I got to do.
It's hard. Like, she better invest, flip. She better do something with that money.
$2 million a month? I think I could just chill. Like, I don't think I'm gonna spend $2 million. Like, do y'all think you're really gonna spend?
But that's what Jonathan is saying, because we don't have that type of money, so we ain't balling out like she is. She's used to getting whatever the fuck she wants, most likely, if she's doing it right, to go into having a budget. Like, okay, $2 million is what you have for the month.
When you have money like that, you end up having such a big staff. So Lord knows how much of that money is going to go to pay off these staffs and pay for whatever she's been doing monthly to upkeep her life and this and that. So, whatever. At least she's getting money. There's many people who walk away with nothing but a child or an STD. So good for her.
So, of course, I just got back from LA, guys. I was doing a photo shoot out there. But while I was out there, I freaking heard, did you guys hear about the whole LA house invasions that's been going on with Diddy and Dre and all of them? Like, it's kind of scary, but it's also weird because I feel like it's so quiet in LA right now. Like, when I went out there, everything, how New York is kind of fake shut down, but it's still open?
Still going on.
LA is quiet. Like, it's like no one's on the streets. It's really dead. It's really weird. So I could see that the hood and everyone else is starting to bleed into the rich neighborhoods and trying to see what's going on. Because I saw so many bums just walking around, and you don't normally see that. They normally in LA, they stay in their little areas and stuff like that. So it's really scary.
What kind of security measures do these people have in these mansions though? Like, we've all been to these houses, these huge mansions in the hills, and I'm like, you know, what is wrong? Like, people need to get fired. If you're Puff Daddy or Dr. Dre and people are inside of your house who do not belong there, every fucking security guard that you have needs to be fired.
But you know what? Sometimes it's the people you keep around you, though.
Unless it's an inside, that's what I'm saying. Unless it's an inside job.
I was gonna say that too.
People are hungry right now. People are willing to do anything to make $1.
Because $600 ain't cutting it.
Hurt you, like, it's crazy. It is crazy.
It just speaks to like where I think America is too. Not to be like a fucking womp womp, but I think people are really looking at these stimulus checks like, what I'm gonna do with that? I just got my shit today in the mail. I'm like, what I'm gonna do with this? What I'm gonna do with $600?
Oh, you could give it to me, Jonathan, because I didn't get mine. So
you know what I'm saying? Like, but if I just look at this money and I'm like, yo, what about people who don't have money?
Yeah.
Like,
but those are the ones that is on Instagram watching TikTok videos of Diddy and his house saying like, on Happy New Year's with his like $1 million food spread. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're seeing
giving his mother $1 million.
The car, everything. Yeah, no, they're watching. Everyone's watching because no one has nothing to do.
Getting $2 million.
But that goes back to what Jonathan was saying. Jonathan, I remember when we had this conversation a couple weeks ago. You was like, I suggest that everybody not be up posting what you have, and because it's just they're lurking, they're watching.
It's tracking. You're hurting people's feelings.
Yeah,
it's like, ha, look what I have and you don't. I know you guys are struggling down there, but I got it and you don't. And I think people are butthurt in their house, like, yeah, bitch, you're gonna post. All right, so bet I'm coming to get it too.
That's how it is sometimes. It's
I
sad,
also feel like maybe it has something to do with LA though. Like, I think it's weird that like these home invasions happen in LA. Like, they don't happen in New York. They don't happen in Miami.
But no, people get robbed everywhere. I mean, not to trigger you, Jen, but I mean, hello, look what you guys just went through.
I was just about to say that.
Here in Jersey. So I think it's just the state of the world, and I think it's the state of America. Like, people are really struggling, and it's manifesting itself in many different ways. People are committing suicide. People are robbing. People are doing all kinds of shit.
And it's not going to get better with this $600 check that they're giving us. It's not going to get better at all.
Hopefully it gets better because Trump is out of office. I'm sorry.
No, that is true, but it's not.
It's not going to be like this. That's the problem.
Right. It's not going to be
virus, the coronavirus, the pandemic that we in. I don't see this shit fixing no time soon.
I was reading that allegedly on Joe Biden's plan, he's gonna add a $2,000 stimulus on top of the $600 that we already got. That's just regular single person homes, and it'll be more per child. So God willing, that goes through. God willing, it's true, and you know, those who really need the money will get their hands on it because it's really crazy. And he's going to extend unemployment, which a lot of people need. So yeah. I think we should take a quick break. What y'all think? I want to refill.
Yeah, it got a little heavy.
Yeah, I need to refill this cup.
Yeah, Jonathan, I'm gonna give you my address. Send me a check because I need that.
All right, I'm gonna get her address. We'll be right back, y'all.
Hi, I'm Jenn, and we're partnering with Housing, Work, Youth, and Prevention Services.
During these times, a lot of us are staying home.
And the OraQuick HIV self-test allows you to know your HIV status on your own time, in your own space.
So just a swab of your mouth, and 20 minutes later, you have your results.
For more info or to get a free test kit, follow and DM at HWYPS on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, or call 1-855-256-3811, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5.
Okay, guys. So as you guys know, Sex in the City is returning, right?
Yay!
Literally,
okay, I've seen a lot of yays, but y'all about to kill me because I've never seen Sex in the City.
How do we exit her camera?
No.
Yeah, but you gotta go.
How do we get her out of here?
I'm sorry, I've never.
You didn't even see the movie?
No, I've never.
Jen, what the fuck were you watching at home when you were not watching Sex in the City?
Jen.
Menace to Society and Juice and shit like that.
Oh, I was watching DVDs with sex and learning how to suck dick.
Oh my God, this is okay. So I want to know.
On a serious note, so everybody's going crazy about Samantha Jones not returning, and I'm just sitting here like I'm so afraid to admit that I've never seen it.
She was the best character. She was literally the nucleus of that show. She was.
You could have learned how to suck dick from her.
Yes, she was amazing.
Like that?
Oh, it was like that.
If you're a sexual person, you would like Sex in the City.
Yeah.
Really?
You would love it. You would.
So how many seasons were? I've never seen it. Like I've never seen it.
Like 9.
8 episodes, like 8 seasons or 9. Yeah.
And 2 movies, girl.
2 movies, and now it's coming back. So they're saying, so Samantha doesn't want to come back because, so Kim Cattrall doesn't want to come back because she said that the producers and executive producer Sarah Jessica Parker didn't treat her right on set. She said that she felt like it was cliquey. She never fit in. She would just show up, do her scenes, go home. And she just said it was a toxic work environment for her. That
the whole 9 seasons?
Yes. And
I could believe that though.
Kim Cattrall's brother recently passed away. Well, a few years back, passed away. And Cynthia and what's her name? Sarah Jessica Parker, instead of texting or calling her, posted on Instagram, my deepest condolences. I love you and your family so much. This, that, and a third. And she wasn't having it. Kim Cattrall was like, you're fake as hell. How dare you? We were never friends. Do not send condolences to me through social media to save face because you know you need to. But they're getting paid $1 million an episode for 10 episodes. So each character would make $10 million at the end of the season. I don't know how hard of a grudge you have, Kim Cattrall, but I would kind of suck it up for $10 million during a pandemic.
Yeah.
Maybe she doesn't need it. Yeah. Some people don't even, you know, she's old enough now to be like, hey, I don't want that headache. And I believe and you're starting to see a lot of that come out in the industry. Like a lot of people who was treated wrong is now being like, you know, aired out. And it's true. A lot of people was treated wrong back in the days. And now that we have social media and, you know, all eyes is on everyone, now it's easy to be like, this wasn't right. And it wasn't, you know? And if they did treat her wrong, then I think she shouldn't come back. I agree. Stand your ground, sis.
So you guys really strongly believe that it was being mistreated, or does it have anything to do with age?
She looks, no, I don't think it was age thing.
She looked, in all honesty, I watched the show. I never knew that she was a whole 10 years older than the rest of the girls. So
get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just found out just now.
She's in her 60s now.
Yeah.
She looks good.
Jones, when she was playing Samantha Jones, she was in her 50s.
50s and 40s. Yep, she was good. She looked good.
Balls naked, tits, coochie out, everything.
Wait, this show,
girl, you better go on.
Girl, they fuck on the show and everything. Fuck hard. It's lit. It's so good.
Do they show dick on the show? Because a lot of these shows, they don't show dick. They like to expose the women, but they don't expose the men.
Yeah, I wouldn't call the dick on the show like a main character. It's hardly a supporting character. It's like a walk on.
You gotta watch Tyler Perry shows for that.
He loves the dick. I mean, he loves to put the dick in the shows.
Oh, put the dick in.
Listen.
Go Medea, go Medea.
Allegedly.
If we were characters from Sex and the City, who would each be?
I don't know.
Okay, the fact that you don't know means you're Charlotte in this conversation.
She's definitely Charlotte.
I think I'm Miranda.
No way.
No, I'm Carrie. I'm into myself. I'm the most self-centered. I'm Carrie.
I would say London's Miranda.
Yeah.
I don't want to be Samantha because I ain't that freaky, but
listen, you can go ahead.
I was gonna say you, Samantha.
I'm both, but if you want
to both,
you're not Samantha. We had a whole 3-hour long session here in my kitchen, all 4 of us at our party, and our conversation lead me to believe you're Samantha.
I was like, what did you do with 4 people in your kitchen?
You was one of them. No.
I know.
Wait. Wait a minute.
Exactly. I thought, right, because we talking sex, and then he said 4 people in the kitchen. I was like, wait,
because of her story,
I think we was cooking up in there, like we was getting down and dirty.
No, I mean, you're not freaky by any means like that, Jenn, but
the freakiest thing is you just love to say you squirt. That's just it.
I love to say it, or y'all love to say it, because I don't even say it. I haven't said it since the first episode that didn't even air, and y'all just squirting it out there. Like, god damn.
It's so
Anyway,
funny that judges.
Move on, because it always ends up being about me.
Make you a shirt.
Yeah, make me a shirt, because it always ends up being
like,
about me.
Flash.
Splash.
I have a question only because you said something, London, that is true. Like in this generation, everything is coming out to light, right? Because of social media and things like that. So do you guys know who the designer Alexander Wang is?
Yes.
Okay. So now on TikTok, I'm big on TikTok, guys. I'm all about TikTok, by the way. You can't tell. It's literally my source for everything.
Yeah, I see in the corner, it says Jonathan TikTok.
But real quick, like not to get off track, but on TikTok, all these models are saying now that they have been sexually assaulted and harassed by Alexander Wang in the past. And they all have recurring stories. I want to say allegedly. They've all been allegedly sexually harassed and sexually assaulted by Alexander Wang. And some of them have even gone as far as to say that he's drugged them.
Well, I can say one thing, because I definitely ran into him in PR when I was younger. And I will say he's very bold. That's one thing I will say. Like, I was shocked to be like, oh shit, this is Alexander Wang. He's in the club with us. And then he just got really bold with like everyone in the club.
This is turning into a story time. Dude,
yeah, so I can believe it because he's very like confident in himself. And you wouldn't think it because he's so like and slim in stature and, you know, poised. You would think he's very quiet. No, I feel like he's more of he's definitely a shock, I would definitely say.
He definitely gives me like party vibes. Like I used to, like before COVID, yes, we used to see him in the club. He threw the bomb like fashion shows, have the rappers, like, you know, it's crazy. It looked like, you know, the BET Hip Hop Awards sometimes, some of his shows and stuff. So I always seen him being like outside. And to know that he's a designer, like it was like, wow, this little Asian man, like I need to be your friend. Like
coming across real predatory. Anyways, I was just wondering what you guys thought about it because it's kind of shocking to me.
I mean, I believe it. The way we live in, that many people wouldn't come out if it wasn't.
I'm gonna see if I can find the picture too and send it to you guys because we definitely took a picture.
That's crazy.
It was a sweaty club in PR.
If it wasn't true.
I gotta be in PR though.
It was though.
Yo, but not for nothing, real quick to go back to what I was saying about age, because I gotta shout out my queen, Mary J. Blige.
Oh my God, yes.
Happy birthday, queen.
Happy birthday, Mary.
She looks amazing, man.
She does.
She looks amazing.
Y'all
saw the little tap she did for Tyrese, like, excuse me, don't touch the leg, boo. We ain't doing that.
Talk about a glow up. You know what I love? I'm obsessed with Mary J. Blige. I love her story. I love everything about her. And it's just like, there's an element of like elegance and class to her, but still swag. And I just love her.
I love her too.
I love her too, but her acting is really not so great. I love Mary J. Blige, but I can't get with it. I'm trying to watch all the shows because Mary's in it, and then I'll be like, Mary.
Talk about Monet.
I just can't. The only movie that was good was Body Cam. It was like, all right, she had a little horror movie action in it, but her acting, I don't know. Do y'all like her acting? Be real.
Because again, I don't watch Power, but I hear that she's doing a great job. That's what I heard.
She looks great.
Anything I've seen,
her looks.
Her on the movies, I feel like I'm just waiting for her to get into the.
Exactly. Thank you.
It still gives me that every time I see her. I'm like, she's gonna break into dance and song.
Is she doing it with her thigh high boots? Did she got her thigh highs on?
She love her a thigh high. Ooh, she love her a thigh high, honey.
She be getting in them thigh highs.
Right.
Well, happy birthday to you, Mary J. Boo.
Let's play a game.
Birthday, Mary.
All right, so everybody got their cups refilled. We ready for this?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's get real juicy with it today. I want to get deep into getting to know you guys, my co-hosts. So the question this week is, if there was one thing you can go back and change about yourself, what would it be and why?
Okay, I found myself in a lot of bad situations or bad relationships or the end of friendships because I've been too passionate about other people's problems. So if I could go back and change something, or if I have changed something, is that I'm gonna be always 100% supportive to my friend, just staying on my friend's side instead of jumping in and defending and fighting, because it just becomes bad for me.
I just want to change that out loud.
Right. There's so many GIFs and memes of me looking crazy because I'm jumping in for somebody else. So I would change that.
I would say one thing that I want to work on myself, like change from now, is, I don't mean to be heavy, but I feel like we are in our last days, and I'm not that forgiving. Like
our last days.
Yeah, like like
the end of time.
I swear, like
something I don't know.
It's not getting better, y'all. Is it getting better? Is the world
Trump
getting better?
is gone. The Wicked Witch of the West is gone.
It is
for now. But go ahead, Jen.
I strongly believe we're in our last days, and I feel like I'm not that forgiving. Like, it's not that I hold a grudge, but I just feel like, bitch, you tried it, bitch, and you would never get a second chance. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like sometimes I miss out on opportunities because I can be so cold-hearted. So I kind of want to like bring down the wall a little bit.
As your friend, I'm with that. Just because of our conversation in the car. Like, you were strong as shit. And I was like, oh, woo, you a tough cookie. Yeah. So I definitely,
conversation, like the conversation we have in our car, that has a brick wall, a wire fence with snipers on the top. But that's
you never know what God could do. You never know what God could do. Never say never.
What is this conversation y'all are talking about? This is the third time you guys
put it in the group chat.
Being forgiving. It was just about like being forgiving and understanding. And I just feel like sometimes when somebody do something to me, I'm like, oh, I ain't fucking with you no more. Like, I'm so quick to cut you off.
See, I think, Jen, I think you put up a front for. I think you have an outer persona that's not who you really are. I think you're such a tender, warm, soft person. And I think when it comes to the world, I don't know if it's from your upbringing or what, you're just like, no, I'm a tough bitch and and you're just like a soft sweetheart and you just don't want to get hurt. And when people hurt you, you lash out. And that's just what it is. That's how I
being from New York.
A lot of people, I wouldn't say it's a front, right? Because this is who I am. Like, this is who I am. This is who I've always.
I didn't mean to say front. I meant like a wall up.
Yeah, no, I have a wall up. I definitely do have a wall up, and a lot of people don't get to see this side of me. Like, I'm a nice person, but because I always like, I'm not so quick to be somebody's friend. I'm not so quick to be so forgiving that I come across like a bitch, and I want to try to change that a little bit.
I agree. And the only reason why I'm agreeing with you is because I had to learn that same experience for myself. Like, I was very harsh on people. I would like be like, all right, I'm done with you and it's a wrap. I don't care if we're best friends. I don't care if we're brothers. I don't care if you're my mom. Like, if you hurt me, it's a dub. But I had to look into myself and figure out why I would do that. And once I figured out the real reason, it was because like I was hurt as a kid. Like, people would run out, and never come back, or, my dad dying when I was younger. I would realize those are the reasons why now as an adult, I would cut people off, because I was like, I'd rather cut you off before you cut me off. You get what I'm saying? So I had to learn the reasons and then grow from that and be like, okay, well, you're not a child anymore. So sometimes you have to be like, what is the real reason? And maybe we can grow from this reason and maybe we can move on. And sometimes you can't. And I understand that. Like, I get 100%. But then sometimes you have to look in the mirror and be like, hey, can we work this out? Can we try this again? Maybe we didn't do this right the first time. We're adults. We're not, we're not perfect.
Yeah, and I have to agree with you, because I was just about to say that. Maybe I need to find the reason why I'm so guarded. But right now, I really don't know the reason, because I don't mean to be, like I had a perfect home growing up, because nothing is perfect. But looking back at it, I really don't have too much to complain about. You get what I'm saying? So I don't really know why I have this wall.
But sometimes it's not even about complaining. It's like taking that one moment of like, and I'm gonna take something so like kiddish and dramatic. And like, let's say you in high school and your boyfriend didn't take you to the prom. You get what I'm saying? That moment stuck with you forever, and you don't think it did. And now you're taking this to every relationship, like, oh, they're gonna stand me up, or oh, they're not gonna. So now I'm gonna put this wall up to make sure you don't stand me up anymore. You know what I mean? You don't realize that you're doing it, but it could be something so small. Is all. But I will say one thing I want to change about myself is my anger. I think sometimes I get angry, and I don't know how to express myself because I'm so angry. And I feel like I don't care about the next person's feelings. I just want to say what I need to say, get it out, and move on. And I feel like that's not okay. As humans, we have to worry about the next person's feelings. And it took me a minute to get here. Don't get me wrong. And it's going to take me an even more minute to grow. But like, I know it's not right, because I know now that feeling that, you know, if somebody doesn't care about my feelings, I get it now. So I feel like, you know, I want to be able to express myself better and not be so angry and be like, oh, I don't want to talk about it. Fuck you. Just move on. You know what I mean? I want to be able to be like, hey, let's have this conversation. You hurt me. This is why. And I also think it's because I'm a man, and I feel like as men, we feel like we don't need to express ourselves. It's just like, oh, whatever. Fuck you. And you move on. You know what I mean? And that's not okay. And I don't ever want to do that. And I want to have kids one day, and I want to be able to pass that down to my son and be like, it's okay to have emotions. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's okay to cry. It's okay to, you know, say sorry. It's okay for those things. Yeah. So yeah.
That's what I teach my son as well. Like, it's okay, papi. You can cry. This is just emotions. Exactly.
I think the only thing that I would change about me, which I feel like it's really not that deep. You guys are gonna hate me, but like, I would change the fact that I'm so loud.
Like, so I'm not accepting that. So we're gonna
no, honestly, I really do.
We're gonna have a moment for you to think about what you're about to say.
No, there is nothing else that I would change. I would change the fact that I'm so loud, even though I don't even try to do it. I'm loud. Like, I could try to, like, you know, the telephones telling the secret. Like, I can't do that. And sometimes it gets me in trouble. Actually, not sometimes. It gets me in trouble all the time. Like, it just got me in trouble the other day because
you're in your 20s or your 30s.
I'm in my 30s, and I just can't tone it down. I don't know. Maybe I'm not aware of my surroundings, or maybe because I'm an artist, so I project my voice. Whatever it is,
so I have a question.
Mad deep just now.
I know. That's why I'm like, y'all gonna hate me.
Like, I'm loud, guys.
I'm so confused.
So I just want to ask one question, then I'll leave it. So you being loud, what in your life, what happened because of this? Like, what was the cause of you being loud? Like, what happened?
What has your loudness hindered in your life?
Right.
Why am I loud, you mean?
No, what is the problem with being loud? Like, what has it
It's gotten me into trouble. It's got me into trouble. I was a class clown in school. And
no, we're talking about now. We're talking about
now. I was talking to somebody, and like yesterday, I was talking to somebody. It's my personal business, but because I was loud, other people heard, and it got me in trouble. Like, being loud around police, and they're like, "Excuse me, ma'am." Like, it's a thing for me. I mean, obviously it's not for y'all. It's everybody's different. Me being loud gets me in trouble, literally everywhere.
So what is your trouble? Telling you to shut up? Or is it
like maybe
words that are coming out your mouth that are getting in trouble? That'd be two different things. Like, it depends if what you're saying, or you got an attitude, or
no.
Because it can't be. I've never heard somebody yell at you and you're like,
"Hi guys, Jenn, that got you in trouble." Like, what is it that's getting you in trouble? The loud or the words?
Maybe both. Maybe both.
What you said, Jonathan?
I'm like, help us understand.
Please.
Maybe it's both. Like, I don't.
So there's nothing else you feel like as a person you think that you would like to change?
About myself? No.
During this pandemic, nothing like came up and.
I mean, I would like to be a billionaire, but I'd like to change the fact that no.
All right. Yeah. Well.
Okay, perfect, Jenn.
Yes.
So do you have a Dear Jenn for Jenn?
Yes, we do.
Try not to scream
Dear Jenn.
With your loudness.
Wait, what?
Right. I said, try not to scream it with your loudness.
Oh, that was you. Okay. Do I sound like I'm screaming?
No, honey, never. I've never heard you scream.
Dear Jenn, my name is Charlene, and I'm 30 years old. I've been struggling all my life due to mistakes I have made with loans, and my life is going downhill. After my deductions from my pay, I'm only left with $50 every week. Sometimes, if I wasn't a person that prays, I would have lost it a long time ago. I need advice. I don't have anything saved. I honestly don't know how to start my life back when I have nothing in my account. I won't lie to you. I'm maxed out. I don't even have any money to start a business. What do I do?
Damn, that's heavy. That's a lot. She did say she was a religious person, right? So what I suggest that she do is do some self research. You know, I can't tell you, I would tell you before, go get another job, go get pick up two more jobs to cover, but then you're gonna be working and busting your ass working, and then you lose yourself and you just be tired and it's hard to work 3-4 jobs. But I just feel like you need to just take some time out. Okay, I understand you got all these bills going on, but take time out to really sit down and think about yourself and feel like, what's my talent? What can I do to for a sidebar to make money? Like, what am I good at? What is my purpose here? And I think that can help me, guys. Like, this is tough.
No, I was definitely gonna say that. I was like, definitely find something that you love to do and find that one thing and just go with that for the meantime right now. You know what I mean? Find a hobby that you can turn into, if it's cooking, if it's, you know, sewing little pocketbooks, something that you can start with the stuff in your house. Because you said you didn't have money to like start a company. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. I had the same situation. I didn't have no money to start my clothing line back in the days. I was homeless, sleeping in a friend's car. So there's ways to do it. You just have to, don't think of money right away. Think of what you love to do and find that first. And I think when you find that, you'll start to bring money in once you like start to love what you do, and you'll never, you know, you won't have this situation happen again. And definitely pray and focus on yourself, like, you know, Jenn said.
Yeah, I think I agree. Like, you know, I think there's always, where there's a will, there's a way. And there's the one great thing about America has always been how many resources there are. You just have to really look for them, and you can't let despair take over. So if you know that knitting is your passion, or whatever, fashion design, there's, everybody wants an assistant, everybody wants an intern. Like, people ask me all the time, how did you make it? How did you make it? I'm a high school dropout. I don't even have a GED, but I was determined. I had a dream, and I knew I wanted to be the best. So I hit up the best makeup artist, the best hairstyle. I hit up all of them, and I said, I will work for free. I've got 3 days a week that I'm off. Those 3 days, you want me to wash your brushes, get you coffee, whatever, I don't care. I'm doing it for free. But I learned my craft. I surrounded myself with tons of people that I got to learn from, and it led to things. So I used to assist Mario, and he started giving me clients and stuff. So where there's a will, there's a way. You don't have.
That's the key. That's one thing I will take away what you just said. You said you surround yourself with the right people too, and sometimes you don't realize that you're surrounding yourself with the wrong people, and that's why you could be broke too. You know, all your friends is broke. Maybe you got to get some different friends. You know what I mean? Yeah. Surround yourself with businesswomen. Surround yourself with go-getters. Surround yourself, you know, with entrepreneurs. All those type of people, so that you can soak that in. You know.
Make a list, sis. Make a list of all the women or men that you aspire to be, who are where you want to be, and reach out. Say, I can't offer you anything but support for your business. I want to help you grow just so that I can learn. Just pay me back with knowledge. I guarantee you that'll open doors for you.
And sometimes it's our pride too. Like, go on Facebook, go on social media. Hey friends, I'm looking for a job. Does anybody know?
We could give her advice till the wheels fall off. I think it's a deeper conversation. There's more to the story. Obviously.
I agree.
So if you're listening to this episode, DM us, and you know, we're happy to use our resources to help you out. It's a deeper thing than that sometimes, you know, and we'll see how we can help her. Stay tuned, because you never know if in a month or even in a year we could come back and say, oh my God, remember our dear Jenn letter, and this is what
even
happened.
next week. You never know.
Yeah.
Never know. So
shout out to you, Charlene. Get that bread and then leave, honey.
This was a good show, guys. I had fun talking to you guys.
I did too, guys.
I did too, but wait a minute, this is my birthday week.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Happy birthday.
Show your boobs.
And
let's do a cheers. Cheers to Jenn.
Happy birthday, friends.
Happy birthday, friend.
Jenny from the block.
Capricorn season. Ow.
Thank you guys. I'm super excited that we even doing this year. I'm excited. It just opens. I feel like it's going to open up so many doors for us this year. And I'm just going to claim it.
Period. I look forward to like our little Zoom podcast moments each week. I got to be honest. Like I have fun talking to y'all. We don't always agree and we're not always the most forthcoming and honest, but we get it on. So I'm just happy to be here with you guys. I love yous.
Our behind the scenes are dope. Soon we're gonna start airing them shits out too. Our behind the scenes.
Oh, that was fun. Well, that's what we got, guys. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jonathan.
It's your girl Jen.
LooksbyLunden.
Yeijin Hong.
We're the Friday Block Party. Stay tuned for next week's episode.